Well, for many immigrants, becoming a United States citizen, it feels like the finish line. But what if the government starts looking backwards? That's right, ladies and gentlemen, sadly reporting what civil denaturalization allows the government in certain circumstances just to challenge citizenship that says was illegally obtained or maybe secured through material misrepresentation. And it's a big worry for Indians who are very dishonest when it comes to citizenship here. Well, this is where the old paperwork it suddenly becomes very important for you. A visa application from maybe 15 or maybe 20 years ago, an old employment record, a previous identity, a marriage-based petition, or maybe a criminal history disclosure, a statement made during a green card application. Everything matters now. All of it can become part of just one larger immigration history for you. And if it is incorrect, then it is a problem for you. Wait, the central question, it's very simple. Did your story remain consistent from the first application to the citizenship interview or not? You may ask why here? Well, because immigration records are increasingly digital. Agencies, they can compare information across different stages of a person's immigration history. Well, an information that looked insignificant years ago may appear pretty much important when it is compared with a later application here. Now, this does not mean that every naturalized citizen is suddenly under threat. No, I'm not saying that. Civil denaturalization is a serious and limited legal process. But it does mean one thing very clearly. Never assume an old immigration file. It is irrelevant just because it is old. Well, think about an applicant who gave one version of their employment history years ago and a different version during naturalization. Or maybe somebody who failed to disclose a significant fact because they believed it was too old to matter. Well, those historical details, it can become important if the government alleges that the information was material to immigration benefit. And you know what? That is why people preparing for naturalization need to know what is actually sitting inside their old files. What did you write on your first visa application? It's very important. What did you tell the USCIS years later? And what did you disclose when you applied for a green card? And yes, most importantly, what you are saying today. Well, those answers, it should tell one consistent story. There should be a whole chain. Well, if you discover something concerning, don't guess, hide it, or casually try to rewrite your history. Get proper legal advice, because when the government looks at your immigration history, it is not just looking at one form here. It is looking at your entire story. It is looking at your entire future. And you know what? Sometimes the problem is not the citizenship itself. Sometimes the problem is simply getting the permission to work.